Hope so. Hopefully I'll be able to include my audio with my new mic. Wouldn't let me on my old one.
Ah, see, the wonders of a capture card means that you don't have to. I capture your voice anyway.
Oh wow, that is brilliant.
Yeah, none of that Twitch issues. And on that note, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Fair Play Racing League. We're starting off the new season in Tier 1 tonight. Australia, of course. A little bit late to the stream. Technical issues. Hopefully all sorted now. I am your host, as was last season, for Thursday evenings, David Lolface, and special guest commentator this evening. Introduce yourself.
Hello everybody, good evening. I am Jensen, returning for a commentating role. How are you, David?
Yeah, I'm doing cracking, mate. How about yourself?
I'm doing good, thank you. I'm just finishing off a bit of dinner, so I'll let you take the reins for a bit. But I can't wait to get the season underway. We've got a really, really competitive grid this season, probably the most competitive I've ever seen in FPRL, so we're really excited to get the season going.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of competitive racing, last night we kicked off the season whole hog with the Tier 3s. And, it was an exciting one to say the very least. Of course, Croskery came out with the win in the end after a very hard fought battle. And there was also podiums in there for TJ and... Oh, God. Oh, God, I've forgotten.
It was the other Alpha Tauri.
It was the other. It's Remaster.
It was a 1-2, I remember, so...
Yeah, that was... You got a better memory than me. And, that's not hard to do. My memory's awful. I blame old age.
I didn't know you were in your 50s.
Yeah, well, I feel like it sometimes. I'm not quite in my 50s. Yeah. Sorry, carry on, mate.
I think is it Drobel? I've lost track. A lot of people have invalidated. I think Drobel might be the one on a lap before anybody else.
Yeah, I was just flicking through. It does look like Drobel is the man going to set the first lap tonight. So, of course, just coming around this newly redone, reprofiled Sector 2. Not a massive fan, although I like it better than this corner. This corner, they've absolutely ruined it. And
I quite like it, but
I probably wouldn't mind it so much if I could actually get it right. And speaking of awful corners, here's the last corner. The whole reason why it is almost the entire reason why you cannot run, why you struggle to run any sort of traction that isn't full on this track. Drobel going he's really set us off to a flyer with a sub 18 straight away. He is, of course, the only man to have set a lap, but it's a pretty good lap, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, what was the pole time for the guys last night? It wasn't far from that, was it?
It was, I think it was 17.3.
Okay, so a bit to get yet, but for Q1 that is blistering pace, really.
Yeah, I might be talking out my arse. It might not have been 17.3. It might. Was it 17.6? 17.6 is more likely.
Oh, and we've had a spin, a McLaren.
Yeah, that's like splitter flipper. And he's going to need to at least get on the move or face disqualification.
Oh no, this is looking a bit dodgy.
Oh,
he's alright. I think he's alright.
Yeah, the other guy.
There we go.
The Alfa Romeo was paying attention, which is good. Oh, we've had someone drop it.
Oh my god.
Turn one.
Is it Drive's teammate? It is.
It is. Let's have a look on board with Lives. Yeah, you just saw him before. He went away there, Raza Gamer, giving it all the talk in in the tier one lounge all week, and then he does that. So not ideal.
Nothing like a bit of karma.
Yeah.
But on we go.
Serves you right for being a bloody Arsenal fan. But anyway. And a few more times. Not many. They're not exactly flying in at the moment. We've got 4 times on the board. Noko's done a pretty decent time. Not quite in the 17s, but he's not far behind. With an 18.014. Splitter Flipper obviously had that spin. And yeah, I'd like to think not a representative time. I think we've had another accident.
Lives, actually, which is quite a surprise. Is it? On an outlap as well. He's maybe trying to warm his tyres up or something, but he's had a trip nearly into the barrier. I think he managed to save it.
Yeah. I wonder if he would have knocked his front wing or not. Will he be coming into the pits? No. So he has managed to save it. He is going to go for a lap. And, well, we'll find out in about a minute and 20 seconds.
Yeah, a few more coming around the final couple corners as well. We got Drive coming, and I think that's Davies going to finish his lap off as well.
Right, well, Amos Drive was starting his lap because this game is bloody awful. Have you seen that glitch, by the way? When you're on your outlap,
which one?
Outlap going into Q3, the game will just randomly say that you're on a lap. It will get rid of the outlap. Yeah. So yeah, that's what happened to Drive there.
One of the many novelties of the F122 game.
Yeah, it's not a bug; it's a feature.
Yes. That we paid a lot of money for.
Yeah. Never mind.
Ooh.
Oh, hello. That's ads.
The race weekend ads. That's very good.
See a bit of a car park there at turn 1. Not ideal. But yeah, it's 9 thousandths faster than Drobel. So he is at the moment on top of the pack. And only 8 drivers setting their time.
Yeah, not too many at the moment. Driver's about to finish his lap, but it's just interesting. Not a lot of people choosing the mediums at the moment. I don't know what their tyre selection choice was, but only got 3 out at the moment as Toby's coming across the line. And it's not bad at all.
Yeah, not bad. 18.7 on the mediums. And yeah, well, he might need to go again, to be honest. It depends if people decide to pull their finger out or not.
Well, with it being the first race of the season, I mean, as we saw, oh, and that's Lizard King's dropped it on the straight, I think.
Drop it on the straight.
It was quite far down the straight as well, so I'm not sure how he's managed that. But it's the first race, isn't it? First qualifying session, maybe a few nerves, so there might be a couple of surprises even, getting knocked out in the early qualifying sessions.
Yeah, and it's well, there's still just under 8 minutes left of the session, as Ads presumably hasn't binned it and is retired in the pits. But I'm seeing yellow flags everywhere. Does make me worry. Who have we got? We've got Collateral Ads, who's just starting a lap.
And FGE ZC15 has invalidated for a 3rd lap in a row, I believe.
Well, that's not ideal.
Back into the pits. No, he's having a bit of a nightmare. I've been looking at him pretty much every couple of minutes, and he seems like he's always on an invalid lap. But I can see Mad User has just done probably a purple sector 2. Who knows with this game? But he's looking pretty quick.
It's probably, I think I heard last night, it's purple to P15, or whatever the last place going out in that quali session is. But I mean, at the moment, the P15 hasn't set a time yet, so
Yeah. Well, we'll see what Maggie can do as he comes onto the start-finish straight and up to the line. 18.3, a high 18.3, so might be just about safe, I'd have thought, with that.
yeah, I don't think we'll see too many people pushing that hard to get into the 17s for the moment. Yeah, we'll just maybe looking around a cut-off of maybe an 18.7 at this rate. Dynamo Dan going P4 with an 18.2, which is pretty handy for the Ferrari.
Yeah, I think plus or minus a couple of tenths of an 18.7. I think you're right. Yeah, looks about that, doesn't it?
Yeah, and at the moment that kind of looks like AMS Drive may have to think about coming out again. He has just switched to the soft tyres, as there is a Red Bull coming out. I assume that is the Red Bull of Lizard King.
Yeah, well, it's only one, so you'd hope so. And Livs has started a lap. Hopefully a lap he'll finish this time, as he is in last place at the moment, and it is a 27.0 for the first sector.
Yeah, I don't know if that's any good, but it is definitely a 27.0 as the yellows are out, and I think that's just people getting out of the way. So now round the corners dubbed by Fish Sticks, Mr. Whippy.
Creative.
Yep, there's quite a few across the season, creative names.
Yeah. Well, let's see what Liz can do into the trickiest part of the track, I'd say. Around the final corner, very tentative on the throttle, and up to the line he goes. It's looking pretty quick, and it is pretty quick.
Yeah, up into P6 for the Williams, and that should see him safe. AMS Drive down into 13th. He's out on softs. He's going to have to go quicker, I think, at this rate. Lizard King has spun it between the penultimate and the last corner.
Ooh, lucky.
Yeah, he's very lucky. He's going to have to hope those tyres cool down by the time he gets to turn 1. So he will go. I think that actually was his outlap. So maybe just a last minute tyre warming.
Yeah,
weirder things have happened. Yeah, not something I would do personally, but each to their own.
No. Yeah, and like we said, Toby would have to think about going out, and he does. He is down in 13th at the moment. So I think everybody from probably 9th or 10th down is probably going to be encouraged to go out, really.
Yeah, there's AMS Drive coming through the first sector. It was an 27.8, 26.8. God, can't speak. So it's around a 4 tenths improvement coming through sector 2. It's 5.5 tenths up. Now
this will be easily the best. Well, maybe the best time, but easily good enough to keep him safe.
Yeah, we know he's got it in him. So let's see what he can do. As Ermine goes up into P4 with an 18.2.
And here comes AMS Drive. Ooh, and that is a kinky lap right there. The first kinky lap of the season.
Fantastic. He's gained another 6 tenths in that last sector, so really nailing it.
Wow.
Yeah, so he is the man on top. He did obviously wait until P2, 3 and 4 have retired, so no one would think about challenging him. But I don't think we mind that too much. Right.
Millsy is on a lap as well. I think he was a 10th up into the second sector. He's could be at risk.
Yeah, and I'll tell you who is at a risk. He is just coming round the last corner now. He's only going to have one attempt at a lap. It's the current Tier 1 champion. As he comes across the line, he presumably a banker lap.
Oh no. Oh, he's gone very deep there as well into turn 1.
Oh, not ideal.
Confidence is not there for Object Fungus this season by the looks of it.
Yeah, Millsy goes across in P6 with an 18.1. Those times are coming down pretty rapid.
Oh, and he's invalidated again, and that is Object Fungus. I think that's.
He
over.
might get another lap in.
He's slowed right down. He's
no,
got
yeah,
no fuel. Oh my god! Told you we might have a big shock.
Yeah, that one on the cards. We've got a few guys coming around. Henkers is going to start his last flying lap. Lizard King as well. Collateral Ads is part way through his. He's half a tenth up on his time. As he crosses into sector 3 and he's marginally up on his time. Could it be enough? At the moment he's going to get himself into the 118.5s, but sitting currently in P14, he's going to need to do a little bit more than that in order to secure his spot in Q2 early. Otherwise it'll be just an agonising wait.
Yeah. And there we go. That is time out. So, see what can happen here.
Yep, Lizard King up just 2 tenths. Let's hop on with. Go with Dynamo Dan.
It's not enough.
Yeah, Alice off.
As well.
Right, Dynamo Dan goes P9. Or stays P9. And I think that was Colin coming across the line, setting a decent lap. The other Ferrari goes through, and that is Henkers in P12. So he should be safe. And Lizard King last across the line. He knocks Collateral Ads out.
Wow.
So last chance saloon there for the Red Bull driver. And just
that
about gets through.
Pretty disappointing.
Yeah. Not as disappointing as if your name's Object Fungus. Kind of frauded that a little bit. So, leaving us in Q1, we have Razagamer HD, who crashed before he set a lap. Object Fungus, who couldn't put a representative lap down, and the Tier 1 champion's going to have to fight from the back. Ellisoff in P17 in the Alpha Tauri, and Collateral Ads in the Alfa Romeo in P16. Should we talk about who's on top?
Yes, please.
So AMS Drive, he's only gone 3 tenths faster than anyone else. Do you think he's gonna really be pushing this season, trying to get himself into the title championship lead and early on?
Well, I mean, I was in a party with him just before the stream started, and I sort of asked him, what's the sort of aim this season? He didn't seem that confident, but maybe he was just sandbagging a bit with me and hiding his hand, because he's actually already beaten the Tier 3 pole time in Q1. So if that's anything to go by, then I think he's looking pretty strong for a championship challenge.
Yeah, and well, of course, narrowly missing out in Season 3 to Ali Ferrari. Of course, that the last season in previous year's game. So
yeah, that was quite fun to take part in, especially the last race. There's a lot of gamesmanship going on.
Yeah, as we see the man who won the title ahead of him, Ali Ferrari, has managed to join us. So we won't see him until the race, but there's still plenty of action to come in the meantime. Silverside boy wants to know, has Drive made it through? Well, obviously. It's the man we're looking at right now.
It might be an outdated message, to be fair to him, but yeah, I mean, we've still got, I think probably, I'm going to say we've got 7 or 8 championship challenges this season, and one of them's already been knocked, well, 2 of them technically knocked out because Ali Ferrari didn't make it to Q1 in time, but somebody who's trying to make a bit of an impression is Liv's going out as quick as possible. I think he's second in line to cross the line here, so I'll keep an eye on him.
Yeah, and Colin leading the way thus far. Let's hop on his telemetry. And so Drive, obviously, I'm just going to quickly take note that he has opted to go out on those mediums again, so getting himself a banker lap. But we'll go back on with Colin now, who manages to get through turns 1 and 2 pretty cleanly. Maybe a little bit of time lost. And Liv's following him through, yep. And so one of the tricky corners there, I think it's turn 5. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see someone losing it at that corner tonight. So, what is your opinion on the new Sector 2 around here in Australia then?
Ooh. What's happened?
That's alright. Colin had a massive tank slapper out of Mr. Whippy, but he did catch it.
Okay, that's good. It's actually one of my favourite sections of track on the whole game.
Is it because
Absolutely love it.
Is it because it's effectively a giant straight now?
Well, I guess so. I mean, I don't know. There's just something about it, especially when you're around other cars as well. It just seems really tight. It's really fast, and there can be some good sort of racing going on. And obviously the corners leading up to the big windy straight sort of are also very fun because you can sort of hammer them as much as you like. So yeah, I think it's really enjoyable, and it's better for the racing as well. As Magyu's goes to the top, probably on an old set of softs.
Yeah, 18.4 at the top at the moment then. Yeah, more likely an older set. Got Millsy who's on a lap. We'll go back with Drive, who is starting his second lap on these medium tyres.
I think he invalidated by the looks of it.
And he's not deploying this lap, so maybe he might go around, recharge and go for another lap. It looks like he's got the fuel to do it, so why not indeed. Gonna hop on with... Well, we were going to hop on with Drobel, but he's invalidated at the exit of turn 4.
Watching him.
Never mind.
Livs is coming up to the line.
Yeah.
He's set a lap. He does.
Yeah, 18.8. Nothing too special at the moment. I think definitely a few drivers here going out on the older tyres. Right, who's coming to the line? It looks like Ads is coming across. He's invalidated. And Drive has come into the pits. As Millsy goes across the line, puts in at 28.5. Not ideal.
No, not ideal. They just seem like a team full of bottle jobs at the moment, don't they? I mean, how many invalidations have we had so far? Need a count up.
I mean, I don't want to jinx it or anything, but it does seem like an awful lot of invalidations. I hope we're not going to see too many track extend pens tonight. There weren't that many last night, and I'm kind of hoping that Tier 1 can follow. The problem is this track is seemingly a little bit inconsistent with its track limits. Ooh, speaking about inconsistent, Splitter Flipper after a decent showing in Q1, nearly losing his rear there at turn 4, correcting it, so he is still going for the moment, but he definitely lost himself some time there.
Yeah, I didn't quite see that. FGE is also on a lap, and adds, well, I don't know how many laps he's going to try and go for. Apparently he's still got enough fuel, not enough ERS though, but he's going again.
I think he might have been trying to give his teammate a tow there, but he didn't know that Livs was obviously coming into the pits. So, well, fair enough. The thought was there, I suppose. We've got.
Speaking of tows, oh no, it doesn't matter. Thought the two Ferraris were having a tow. Maybe they're just both going out. Yeah, they're both on an out lap.
Yeah, and well. Oh, looks like. No, I thought maybe ZC15. I'll have to think of a name. Maybe Zach?
Zach. Yeah, maybe something.
Yeah.
Just people just need normal names, don't they? Really, but he's not set a competitive time there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. If you're setting a time that I could beat, it's not the one. He looks a little bit laggy to me. I kind of hope that's just me.
He was jumping around a bit for me a bit there, but hopefully that will improve. Who else is looking to go on a lap? Drobel is going to start one. Henkers and the other Ferrari, Dynamo Dan, both on a lap as well.
Yeah, they are indeed both actually on their laps. So Dynamo Dan coming to the end of the first sector. Not looking too bad. Henker's not going to see his sector 1 time. Never mind. We will see Dan's sector 2 time though. And it clocks in at a 44.9. His teammate right behind him doing a 45 flat. So let's see who wins the battle in the Ferrari garage. 6 minutes left to go. And still plenty to play for. Only 7 laps on the board.
Yeah, again, very
really
thin. Yes, not a lot to talk about for us commentators as Dan's gone top.
18.2. So that's pretty good. That should mean Henker's. Oh, Henker's invalidated. He did do an 18.5. Yeah. Must have invalidated right at the end there.
Yep. Drobel is now on the start finish straight as well. This is going to be an 18. Oh no, it's a 17.7. So that must be, well, maybe a new set. I'd probably wager it is.
Yeah. Highly likely. It'd be very bold if he thought he could get through. I know he's fast, but trying to get through 2 qualifying sessions on 1 set of tyres, that's a bit of an ask.
Yeah, he was a bloody fast teammate in TTL. Yeah, I wouldn't expect him to be able to do that though on an odd set of softs.
Yeah, and well, speaking of a man on presumably a new set of softs, AMS Drive is out on his outlap. So he's looking to go fairly early, although maybe he's just accounting for a potential invalidation, so he gets another go.
He's got to have the confidence in himself. He can't be doing all that, being safe. It's all or nothing. Yeah,
well, if he has half the confidence he had going through Mr. Whippy there, he's in for a good good shot at pole position tonight.
Yeah, it's all going to kick off, I think, in these final 3 or 4 minutes. Everybody's starting to roll out the pits now.
Yeah. Apologies to Belente in the chat. Yes, I will indeed close my spectator menu. I quite often forget. It's because, yeah, I've got a big TV and I don't really notice it because there's still plenty to look at.
Right, no need to show off.
Yeah. Well, all 32 inches of it.
Okay, yeah. Well, drive is looking pretty fast and pretty smooth here. First sector is a 26.7. That was 0.2 quicker than Drobel, I think, in the first sector. I can't remember really, but he's looking pretty quick here. He's looking pretty smooth.
Yeah, he always does look smooth. Does AMS drive? He is the Carlos Sainz of FPRL, and how you take that corner like he just did there, I have no idea. He's just glued to the track, and he comes down into the heart of Sector 3 now. Keeps it in 6th round the right-hander. You avoid touching the grass on the right-hand side as you brake into the penultimate corner and through the last one. Got to be very careful not to go wide on the exit, but gets the foot down pretty well and
Wow.
Well, game on.
I'm not going to overuse the phrase. I'll wait for Q3 pole time because I think that's what he's going to be getting in Q3.
Yeah.
Very, very good lap. I'm a big fan of this guy's work around Australia at least. As Irvine goes third with a very quick time as well into the 17s.
Yeah, so that's 3 drivers at the moment in the 17s with 5 still set to set a lap.
Oh, and that lives in the wall. I watched that at Mr. Whippy. Took too much curb in the first part of Mr. Whippy.
Yeah, so oh Jesus, he went flying.
Yeah. Well, it looks like that. It was actually quite a slow-mo crash. He just took too much of the first part of the corners, and yeah, it just put him straight in the wall.
Yikes! And while that was happening, Splitter Flipper put himself up into P2 with a 17.698, which is a really good time. It puts him P2 at the moment. And well, that's probably, I'd say it's more than for definite him through into Q3. We've got Nocco Egot coming through the 3rd sector now.
Ads is down on his time by about 4/10, and well, he's run out of ERS and fuel, I think. So
he's going to be out.
That's him done. That is him done, I think, for the day. Yeah, he's all over the shop. But here comes Nocco.
P5
through.
So weird seeing him in McLaren. It's weird seeing a lot of these drivers in their new cars.
He deserves to be at Ferrari, I think, Nocco. That's where he deserves to be. I don't know. That's what I remember him as.
Yeah, Ads has managed to put it into P9 with a 119 dead.
Oh, okay.
I don't know where he's rescued that from.
Know.
Oh, yeah. Millsy's lost it in Sector 3. And that will be Millsy out.
That's very unfortunate. He was looking really good, actually. I actually tipped him maybe to go into Q3 quite comfortably. But that is a big shame.
Yeah. As Dynamo Dan will be the next across the line. It looks like he could be giving Fliniesta a little bit of a tow. Or maybe he's a little bit too far back. I don't think he needed to do this lap. However, he didn't need to do this lap. He's going to come across the line anyway. Can he get into the 17s? Not quite. But he does improve slightly. Fliniesta didn't improve. And
the
Henkers,
Ferrari driver's teammate, yeah, Henkers. It's been a pretty decent lap so far. I think it should be enough.
Yeah, Henkers, who I will, of course, shout out, did resubscribe earlier on at Tier 1, and that is their 12-month sub-anniversary, if that's what you call
Very
it.
nice.
So, thank you very much, Henkers, and he does get himself through into Q3, P5, a 1:18.1. That is a really good lap from Henkers, faster than his teammate, and, well, that's all she wrote for Q2 then.
Yeah, really unlucky for Flynn there. As you can see, he gets knocked out by a driver that's not even going to take part in qualifying and gets knocked out by about 0.03 of a second as well.
Yeah, very close then at the end. And, well, it's not ideal. It's not ideal if you're a Haas, although one of the AlphaTauris is carrying on the legacy of last night. That is Ermine. Ermine in P4, and I think only 2 teams with both cars in Q3. No, 3 teams. That is okay. So you got the Mercs, you've got the Ferraris, you've got the McLarens.
It's actually half realistic.
Wait, oh yeah, of course. Yeah, we're only going to have 9 because Liv's binned it and no one beat his time. Well, I was going to say yes, but you beat me to it.
Well, yeah.
You think you're keeping better eye on chat than I am, to be honest.
Well, I mean, I've not. You're the main guy. I'm just some guest.
A special guest. Come on.
Special guest. Okay.
Yeah.
High status. High status. An old friend.
Absolutely. I'm just going to take a very, very quick break, and I'll be back in a moment. I'll tell you what. I'm going to wait. I'll wait for someone to go out, and then I'll follow them round on track. So you've got something to talk about.
Good idea. Yep.
Please, someone come out of the pits.
They'll wait a few minutes now.
I really hope not.
I think a couple people at Ermine and the Ferrari, I think maybe.
AMS Drive is the first one out.
Oh, perfect. Get on him.
Yeah, you'll love to see it. Let's give a nice cinematic camera as well. Get out the pit lane, for God's sake. Thank you. I'll be back.